So y'all back for another episode of the Childish Grown Up Show. Y'all know me, it's Mo. I'm not alone though on an episode like this. You know, I'm in Mochaccino, the world class. Get your cup of brew, get your cup of Joe every morning, but I'm not alone. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Mia B and Ash Bash. How you darlings feeling this evening?
I'm feeling all right. Thank you for asking. You're crazy.
I'm doing good. It is election day here in Ohio for the primaries. I had to go do my civic duty.
All right.
And, just chugging along.
Yeah. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not going to do that the whole episode. I ain't that committed.
Thank you.
People be like, bro, I am unsubscribing to this podcast after this dude is doing this southern accent the whole episode. But this is the Childish Grown Up Show. We are the Childish Grown Ups, and y'all know what y'all here for. It's to be childish, to laugh, to kick it, chime in, and of course, listen to our thoughts on a movie as we just discuss it and kick it for a little bit of time. So it's good to be back. Hope y'all enjoyed our last episode, and that was our last movie in our dealer's choice rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Do we got one more this year, or was that it? I can't remember.
That was it.
That's it. All right, so that means y'all that all of the movies we got now have themes. It's designated. So, but we'll get to that at another point. We do have a little bit of comments from the Stoop Kids. So, we have a few YouTube comments. So one, of course, from Mama C. Once again, an amazing episode. I tell my girls all the time, get you a man that can fix shit. Shout out to my Melvin.
My mama's husband's name is Melvin.
Ew.
He absolutely does fix shit. So it tracks.
That's crazy. The double entendre is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, shout out to my brother-in-law over there, man.
Shout out to my baby. Yes.
Yeah, definitely a fixer. You know what I'm saying? So
why she be acting like that?
I don't know what you.
Why she be acting like that? It's hilarious.
Don't start.
It's hilarious. We also got another comment from our big cousins. The Culture Garden podcast actually wrote in. They said, Alphas being square adjacent is crazy, LOL. Big Rich is the coolest brother y'all know, with the sunglass emoji and the finger emoji.
He definitely texted me after that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, make sure to clarify that the coolest nigga you know is the alpha. I was like, oh, Lord, have
He's so fried. He is so fried.
I wasn't saying like boring square, just like, buttoned up. But
I knew that was coming. I said, somebody gonna hear that. Because I showed, like, I see that. He's like, oh, Mia got 48 hours to respond. Like, nah, man. Shout out to Rick. He was like, man, y'all should have had me on this episode. I said, bro, you said you was doing on there. I would have had you. Said, man, shoot, I still would have came through. I was like, all right, I'll keep that mental note. So if the wood happens to, come up, then, just know. I've got another YouTube comment from Public Enemy B. He says, yeah, that's right. Call for your mama. When Melvin did the chokehold, it's still hilarious. Oh, man. Hey, man, that's good acting, because Tyrese looked like he was for real getting choked, and Ving Rhames looked like he for real, like, you see his muscle, like, flexing, and he looked like he's really, like, choked. That was great acting. Like, yeah, calling your mama, like, so that was good. And lastly, we got a DM, I think it's from our guy, Brian, that we had shouted out on the last episode. He says, thanks for the shout out. The Childish Grown Up Show is a big part of my week. For me, as a truck driver, I was also looking forward to Spike Lee's take on Baby Boy. Whatever happened there. That's a Soprano reference. I'm also a tourist. May 19th.
Can't get away from y'all.
Hey, man. we running this rap shit. Happy belated birthday, Mo, and Mia's little girl. P.S. I haven't seen all of the movies, but the episodes still slap. Come on now.
I love that.
Yes.
Do y'all know? Well, what do y'all feel about that statement? I don't want to jump out there first to respond. What do y'all feel about that statement?
It's exciting. It reminds me of myself. Like when I was listening to your Sopranos podcast, never watched an episode, but love the chemistry that y'all have together. So I'm like, I can continue to listen even though I haven't watched it because I feel like y'all laying it all out for me. So,
Mm.
yeah, I'm here for the people and the show, but like the people is what keeps me. So
Yeah, if the podcast is good enough
yeah.
and the chemistry is working, you don't even really need to be super familiar with the content. Because I was the same way when I started listening to the Culture Garden. I hadn't seen every movie they had talked about or they would talk about. And sometimes I would listen to or watch the episode first and then go back and watch the movie that they were talking about because the content was so good that it made you want to
Mm-hmm.
watch, you know? I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Y'all said everything. I'm the same way with the Culture Garden. They have. I hit Rich a minute ago. I just told him like I had reached that status with me where it's like I'll listen to the episode even if I ain't watched the movie because y'all content carries it. But there's still times where I'll see a movie and if I ain't seen it, I might stop and watch it because I want to keep up with y'all. I want to laugh. I want to laugh with you. You know. So, but yeah, hey, Brian, man, shout out to you, man. You know, I know you got a birthday coming up. It is May. Yeah, shout out to your birthday being four days after the boys' release. You know what that means. But yeah, I appreciate it. But I would say, you know, if you listen to our episodes to at all the way to the end where we give the reveal of our next film, I would advise watching the movie because I think that while your experience is great with our banter and what we do, because this isn't just a movie podcast, it's a nostalgia podcast as well. I would say to be able to tap in and connect fully with us and laugh with us and get and feel like you're right there in the living room with us while you're on the road. I think it'll elevate your connection with us. I do. I believe that. But to each his own. Sometimes you ain't got the time, and I get that. But I think it'll make your experience even better if you take the time, even if the movie's great or it's not great. I think it will make your experience with us even greater. So that's why we reveal it at the end to give everybody a chance to like connect with us. So, and that's all from the Stoop Kids. Shout out to all the Stoop Kids hitting us up on YouTube. Y'all know our YouTube channel, The Childish Grown Up Show. Of course, you can hit us up, our email, childishgrownups3@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, DM us. If you don't want it to be read on the show, you can preface that. If you're just looking for, you know, you just want to tell us how much you like the show, you could do that too. The Childish Grown Up Show, no spaces. And that's where y'all can reach us. So y'all, hey, don't be scared. Step up. Like people stepping up, sending in their comments and connecting with us, and we show love and we rock with y'all. And hopefully y'all rock with us. I wanna rock with you all night. Hey, we
Don't get me started.
still on the Michael. We are still on the Michael thing. All right. So it is what it is. But speaking of Michael, that's not a good segue. I'm not going to segue that way.
I'm gonna say something real quick.
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to segue that way because I'm not making that type of connection. So it's been a week. Childish grown up moments.
Hey.
That's why I had to do a hard cut right there. Like,
But no, let me say something.
Yeah.
To Brian, like bro said, I do encourage him to listen to the episodes because we start to reveal more about our personalities as we continue to do these, like depending on the movie. So you'll get to know us on a more personal level as you continue to listen to each episode and how we reference prior episodes. And also, you forgot a comment, bro.
Which one? Where?
On Public Enemy B, he said something about when you said buying a cheese taco. You know how broke you got to be.
I thought I sent that to my to the email. Like, read it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I read that on my own. I was like, he said, you know how broke you got to be to buy a cheese taco? He said he was crying. I just gonna mention that. I think you said a cheese enchilada, but still, same thing.
But I remember I remember reading that. That's the crazy part. I thought it. I guess maybe I missed something when I normally email the comments to our email, but Yeah, bro. Hey, he be locked in. He be catching the
Yeah,
little, he be catching the subtle jokes. Cause a cheese taco is like, bro, that's a
yeah,
struggle. That's a struggle meal. I don't care what you call it. So, right on, Ash, stayed on top of it, man.
yeah.
Sure. Well, since you already up, up to the mic, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you go give us your childish grown up moment, huh?
All right, nothing crazy. So Anthony has a little cough right now. You know, this weather's up and down in
Oh
Indiana.
man.
And so he hates cough drops. I be trying to tell him like, dude, take a cough drop. It's gonna help you out. You're gonna be all right. He just don't want to take them. It's just nasty to him. And so it's childish because he came in my room asking me for something completely different. Like he wanted me to get him something on the game or something. I was like telling him no. He just kept asking, please, mommy, please, mommy. I was like, no, no, no. And then so I just made up a song on the spot of what he could do when it comes to you getting this cough drop to help with your cough. And so it just reminded me because our dad used to make up songs on the spot to us, like we were asking for stuff. So I was literally having a dad moment. Like he did it for me. I was asking him something. He made up a song called "I Told Your Ass No." So like I was just channeling my my inner pops. And so he was like, "I told your ass no." I said, "I told your ass no." I said, "I told your ass no." So hot because bro, it was cracking up. But
Hey, it was because
oh
it was so good. Like that's what made it crazy.
yeah, man. So I was like, it felt good to be able to do that on my kid because I made up this whole song. It wasn't like as
Oh,
catchy as that, but like he was just smiling like, "Wow."
oh, you got it off.
Yeah, I was definitely freestyling, about the cough drops.
I got to do that now. Hey, you
Yeah.
inspired me on that. I got to hit Zion with this. Dang, that is crazy.
Shout out to Pops, man.
Golly, boy, always singing and rapping. That's good. That is. Whew, I got a tear in my eye, bro. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't believe that song is stuck with us so many years later.
I know.
That was funny. That was good.
Oh my gosh! And I'm glad you gave the rendition on the air because if you wasn't, I for sure was gonna.
I know you were.
I was gonna give it up. I'm letting them know this is the platinum single in the household.
Uh-huh.
So, what about you, Mia B?
Oh, I didn't have anything crazy. The only thing I have really is I went back to see Michael again, and
Mm.
I took baby girl to see it
Hmm.
as a surprise, and she was so excited. And um, yeah, that was and like getting to see her see all of these like moments that she wasn't familiar with because she loves Michael Jackson down, as a lot of the kids do, because
Yeah,
he has
absolutely.
fans who aren't even born yet. But growing up, I have taken in pretty much all the Michael Jackson media out there. But seeing her see, the Jackson 5 era and Off the Wall and Thriller, and when I tell you the funniest thing, because my daughter is a little Taurus, so she don't hold nothing. She don't hold nothing. She gonna speak her mind. So during the movie, like she hates violence for one, when it suits her to hate it. But the scenes where, Michael's getting a whooping, she was so mad. And so when we left the movie theater, she was talking so much shit about Joe. And I was like, well, baby, he's dead. And she was like, oh, good. I'm like, oh, Lord. But we both I looked over at her at the end of the movie during that last performance scene, and she was crying, real juicy tears
Hmm.
falling down, like sad, ugly crying, but like also happy tears.
Like
Like
when your cousins leave your house when you want them to stay the night again.
because I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, and then she started dancing, but she was like really, really emotional at the end of the movie, and I was like, "Okay,
You you
she
know
loves
Love
it."
it.
you know you can't take her to see Michael too, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's
Not because of those things, but because obviously we're going to get the conclusion that more than anything. Because if that's
I
where
don't.
she left off in '88, she don't want to get to like.
Yeah, I don't want her to see the more heavy things yet, or you
Just
know,
him leaving, because like Michael is just this forever like reoccurring piece of humanity and art that it's still, it's only a few people like that that's just like larger than life. It's like Mike. I feel like Jordan. He's still here, but once he's gone, he's gonna be even bigger. And I feel like Tupac. You know,
yeah.
these figures that are like almost mythical. You know, but Mike is obviously the number one. Like nobody is above Mike. But wow, that's amazing, bro. It's timeless music. Mike, how crazy is it? Michael Jackson making music in what was it, 82, 83 for Thriller? Who knew that it would connect in 2026 to your daughter?
That is like it blows my mind to
You
this.
wasn't even born. Like,
Seriously. Like
that's
I look and
crazy.
like she kind of knew what we were going to see. She didn't know, but she knew. Like when we got like we were walking up to the theater and she was moving walking and she tries to like stand up on her toes in her shoes and she like tips her little imaginary hat and I'm like, this is crazy because she hasn't been alive in the same time period as Michael. So everything that she knows is just what
Right.
and it's
What-
just
Right. So, cause she was born after he passed.
oh yeah.
Oh, so
Way
she, yeah. So it ain't even. Wow, I never thought about that. These kids haven't even, that were born like after Mike's they haven't even experienced him. Like we at least, you know, we got the '90s, remember the time and all of that, and we got the BET Award moment with him and Usher and James Brown, and at least we got that. It was later, Mike, but we did live to see it. I never thought about that. Wow, bro, what a privilege, you know, what a privilege. Goodness gracious, don't get me started. That's why I meant to, man. I meant to talk to y'all before we recorded. That's what it was. I wanted to talk about our goals for the show, but we'll have to talk off air because I wrote it down. And one of the things was that I'll just say it here that I want to figure out at some point how to do 2 episodes a week, but it won't be this format. It'll be a whole different format of nostalgia. But anyway, my childish grown up moment is we were supposed to go to this family member. Their son turned 1 or 2, or I think 1. His birthday came up. We didn't make it because you know it took us more time than, you know, when your family of 4, just you ain't moving that fast. I'm sorry, as fast as you trying, you ain't getting there fast enough. And we ended up finding out that the birthday was already over with. So we was like already dressed. So my wife was like, all right, well, let's still just take the kids to the park since we already dressed anyway, and he need to get out the house. So we go to the park, and it's a nice park. It's the same park that she plays volleyball at. So we just went to that park and kind of split off. She was with our son, and I was with her, our daughter, and she's 11. And so this is a really nice park. So she's climbing on stuff, but she's trying to just figure it out. And she's been hesitant at first. So then when she started climbing stuff, in my mind, the whole time I'm still having like, man, I wish I could just do this. Like I'll do park stuff if nobody's there. Like let me be clear. Like nobody's there. I'll climb if it's because this park is fit for like people our age and size. We could still climb on top of bars and under the nets and through that. But I'm not going to do it with other adults there and chaperoning their kids. Anyway, so Zion, she's climbing stuff, and I say, "Hey, baby, why don't you pretend the floor is lava?" So she's like, "Oh, the floor is lava." I was like, "Yeah, the floor is lava, so you can't touch the ground." So like she's sitting there, she's climbing on top of the thing. Then there's the part she get real low because there's other kids, and she's getting into it. And I'm like coaching her through it, even though I'm still in my mind jelly because I want to do it. But I'm like coaching her through it like the floor is lava. So she's thinking, she's sitting at moments, climbing all the way down, climb back up, go over, go through the thing, and she did. We was like, yeah, yeah, like we like really accomplished something. But the childish grown up part of it for me is just how we used to just do that. We used to just make up games, like what a plain regular park becomes this myth or this dope thing for all of the kids at daycare or you know after school. It becomes a dope thing when you have created these games. and everything has more. Like Ash, I know you remember. Rest in peace, Jermichael. But like, remember the back in their backyard, they had that little forest area,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to just go in there, and we just go play. Let's go play adventure. Like, let's go play adventure. Like it wasn't this big. It wasn't even like a real forest. You walk through it a little bit, and then you got the other neighborhood.
Right.
But it was, it had this whole thing. It grew on its own. So just being able to watch our daughter like do all of that and just see her have fun with it, where she was just kind of like, I don't really want to be here, and then now it's association now. So that was a childish grown up moment. Just pretending the floor is lava and letting her climb through the thing, and it was fun for her, and it was fun for me just seeing her get that excited. And it's just kids don't always get that excited, so that means a lot.
Yeah.
Well, especially for us three being parents, we know. So yeah, those are childish grown up moments, man. Y'all know where y'all can reach us. I gave y'all the handles at the beginning of the show. I will give them to you again at the end of the show, and they are also in the description of the show. Floor is yours, Ash.
And we are still on our road to 100. We now have 76 subscribers. So we did get a new sub. Seems like every week we're getting a new one. So just keep on hitting that button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And now it's time for the Flash with Ash. All right. So we're starting. We do have trivia. Let me put that out. Your favorite. We are starting with That's So Raven today. In That's So Raven, what was the name of Raven's boss at the Galleria where she worked? Mr. Lawler, Mr. Goodman, Mr. Petrocelli, or Mr. Jenkins?
Oh my! I literally have absolutely no idea.
Well, I
Like,
can tell you, Mr. Petricelli is the teacher that spits all the time. I can
okay,
tell you that much. That's about all I know.
okay. What were the other names again, Ash?
Mr. Lawler, Mr. Goodman, and Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, Mr. Lawler. I don't know though.
I don't know either. I'm going Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Petrocelli. Didn't he work at the department store? The Galleria that she was at? Y'all remember
Is that's a spitting teacher, right?
he was the bald dude?
Okay, never mind. I was wrong, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Petrocelli was her boss at the Galleria. But I'm like,
Huh.
damn, I'm trying to think about who you talking about.
All right, hold on. I'll find it because I remember. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
He spits.
Yeah, like that was the thing where they used to stay away from.
Oh, I know you talking about.
Oh, he's Mr. Lawler.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
seal.
But I thought it was Petricelli because it seemed like, he would spit his name Petricelli, like he always spitting all the time. So that's why I thought. But I stand corrected. But Mr. Lawler,
To get me there.
that's crazy.
So it was Mr. Petrocelli. Okay.
Okay. Okay. You got one.
That's a little easier. We're going to 101. In 101, what was the name of the sports show that Flex hosts? See, I need the multiple choice.
Yeah, we do.
Flex Zone, Sports Jam, Flex Files, Flex and Friends.
Flex Files.
Look, if I gave you the choice, y'all gonna know it. Yeah, that is correct.
Hey, what a great name. Flex Files, X Files. That's fire.
Fire. Fire.
Fire.
The Flex. I'll never forgive him for that thing he did, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
We
listen.
won't even discuss it.
Hey, but let me say this about Flex. He was one of the first fly dads. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember seeing a lot of fly dads growing up on TV. It was probably him, maybe Michael Kyle. I'm not a huge fan, but Michael Kyle is there. Like he got a vibe to it, and I feel like there was one more, TV dad that was like fly. And shout out to Uncle Phil and all of them, but that was a different kind of. They came from a different era, but I'm talking about that 2000s fly dad. But Flex by far is up there. That's if I think of it, I'll bring it up. But yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all doing good. I'm so proud. All right, so we're ending with the Steve Harvey show. And this should be easy enough. Name 4 main characters of the show by first and last name.
Okay. Steve Hightower,
Mm-hmm.
Levita Alizé
Because if he
Jenkins.
named 4, I'm not gonna be able to
Yeah,
name.
No,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm going. I said those 2. You want to go from there?
You said Steve Hightower and Levita
Alizé
Alizé.
Jenkins. Yeah.
Okay. Um. Oh my goodness, why am I having like?
You know SETI. You know SETI.
I know, but I'm like his last name is like eluding me.
It's the
Wait.
okay.
Get back on y'all.
What about the kids?
You,
Bullet Head. I don't remember his real name.
Right. Yeah. Nobody. Yeah.
I have a bonus on that if you want to know what it is for his name.
Girl, don't.
Hey, but listen, the other guy that's with Bullethead, you know his first and last because his last, obviously, there's a bully that calls him by his last.
You got the principal.
I'm like literally, it's all at the tip of my tongue, but for some reason, it's just not like as soon as I hear it, I'm gonna be so mad because I know, but it's not registering for
Okay.
me.
Well, y'all team.
You want me to go on melody in for you?
Okay, you say Cedric's last name.
Robinson.
Cedric Robinson.
That's 3.
And principal is.
Dang, I think I know 5 names actually. I didn't know that. I can't believe that.
Steve called her by her first name, but the kids called her by her last name, and I'm just not like for some reason it's just not.
It sounds like career.
Principal Greer.
Okay.
What was her first name? No, I know this.
Okay, I'm give you another clue. Hall and King.
Regina.
Right? Ain't that right, Ash?
What is it?
So
The
put
full
it out.
name?
The full name.
And Greer.
Yes, that is correct.
Hey, I'm gonna throw that. I'm gonna throw that. It's all right because I can't believe I remember it. To be honest, I don't watch the Steve Harvey show. I don't know. And I'm gonna throw that bonus in there. Romeo Santana.
Yeah, my bonus was, do you know Bullethead's name?
I don't know his. Because
we know Romeo.
They always call him fake, like a fake Tom Cruise. Is Bradley? Bradley? Okay.
Miles.
Nah, nope. I ain't
It
got it.
was something completely Miles Jefferson. Like it didn't even.
I ain't got it. He looked like a Brad, maybe, but like
that's crazy. I really I did know Steve Hightower, and I could never forget Levita Alizé Jenkins, but everybody else's name just completely went out of my head.
Yeah, I knew Romeo. The only reason I knew Santana's like Santana, like she would bully him and she called him that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's that's the only reason I knew his last name, because I'm like, okay, his name Romeo. She called him Santana, and I don't know why I know Cedric's, but yeah.
Coach Rob.
Y'all did good though. Y'all worked together and y'all took your time and y'all got it right. So y'all have what, 2 of 3 today?
2 for 3. Yeah, we passed today, boy.
And that is all. Flashback.
Stressful.
Yeah, listen. The names work. We could do names. That's about the basic level of us not watching these shows in rotation.
So you can do first and last name.
Well, it's something along names, like maybe I can't get, because next week you'll come with another one. And it's like, bruh, I don't know none of that. But that's cool. We got through that.
Seinfeld. I might throw some Seinfeld in there.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna cook on that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Seinfeld podcast coming soon. Hey, listen, you know.
Juice would kill me if I didn't tap him on the shoulder for that. but
Hey,
you know,
nah, listen, I have to talk about this show. I have yet to have the window, but when I do, you know what time it is. But yeah, thank you, Ash, for that. That was fun. Of course, trivia, something light, something smooth, getting us into it before Mia gets into this. You want to see some reoccurring things because this kind of happens from time to time with the uh, information, but just some things that was going on in 2000. Of course, we know, the Y2K thing was a huge thing. Uh, I don't have to say too much of that. I don't remember if I've talked about the year 2000 or not. Do y'all remember it all? Because I think the last 2000 film we did was Disappearing Acts.
you know,
Mm.
you might as well throw a couple of things out
Throw a couple
there.
of things out there.
Somebody who didn't watch our last 2000s movie episode.
Okay.
New people, you know.
All right. Let me see. Let's get it popping here.
Who was the sexiest man of 2000? That was fun.
Go ahead, pull it up then. Hey, you
Hey,
ain't brought that out in a while. Pull that up
I
real
know.
quick.
I thought about it. I thought of that. I was about to put it out of that.
Yeah, pull that out real quick. Go bring that up.
Okay.
You see my phone
It's
because my
probably
computer.
somebody that's Brad Pitt, of course. Hold on.
It might be. That sound.
Brad.
ooh, Brad.
Brad always
I don't need the whole
somebody
2000.
list.
They gave me like the whole 2000 list. I don't want the whole thing. All right, we'll do it like this.
Give us something good, some
Oh yeah.
positives. You know
Tell
what I mean?
we ain't doing nothing like that. We gonna all right. So we'll do it like this. Of course, in wrestling, I'm gonna start off there. Random. WWE's Attitude Era was huge, the best era. I don't think there's no debate. As far as that goes, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H. People that don't watch wrestling at least know one or two of those people.
Hmm.
As far as video games go, one of Ash's favorite, The Sims,
Yes.
and world building. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, another one of our favorites. A crazy left field game we loved. Perfect Dark, which was kind of an alternative to 007. And of course, the 64 was still in heavy rotation. As far as music and culture, the BET Awards launched in 2000.
What?
Bruh.
That's crazy.
But that sounds right. I'm on
Hmm.
echo. I'm echoing somebody's computer. I'm hearing echo. Teen pop was at its peak. They don't give me examples of the teen pop, but and then of course Southern rap exploded nationally through artists like Nelly, Cash Money Records. And that was just the beginning. Like we get all the way into Atlanta. It's going to go crazy. The Atlanta era goes crazy. As far as blockbusters go, Scary Movie became a huge comedy hit. X-Men. I still remember X-Men. Like I loved it. Gone in 60 Seconds. You remember that, Ash?
Yeah,
That's
that's my husband's favorite movie.
I
whoa.
don't think I've ever seen it.
His favorite movie?
That's his favorite movie.
I gotta watch this again.
Yeah.
This is a Aunt Mickey classic. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. Yeah.
I
Man.
love that movie. I'm not gonna.
You
I
say
know.
you love it?
I do. People be, iffy on the clumps, but I actually really, really enjoy that movie.
That dirty water. Um,
You know what?
Technology, of course, still burning CDs, LimeWire, Napster. Songs were everywhere. I know y'all can appreciate this. Say My Name by Destiny's Child.
Mm.
Bye 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 was out there. And Country Grammar.
Mm.
As far as TV, Friends, Moesha, The Parkers, The Sopranos was gaining momentum. What was in the movie theaters? Next Friday, The Green Mile was still popular. It came out in '99. And Any Given Sunday. Can't wait to talk about that movie. Who knows? Maybe it'll be next March. And is there anything else before I wrap this joint up? Yeah, I'll say this. Of course we know book fairs, but Pokemon cards. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Passing notes in school was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Portable CD players. And as far as snacks and drinks, Dunkaroos, Sunny D with Sunny Delight back in the day, Lunchables. Don't even get started on Lunchables. Surge and Push Pops.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was a Flintstone push popper for
Hey,
sure.
straight out the toilet paper roll. You feel me?
Oh
Like,
my-
hey, loving that toilet paper roll, Nick. Uh,
Absolutely.
and I will leave it there because they have a whole winter section, but maybe I'll cover that when we do another 2000 film. So that's the lay of the land. Hopefully, y'all enjoy time traveling or getting us prepared to go back in the year. These are the things we can look forward to. With that being said, Mia B, close that door. Take us back to the year of this film.
Okay. So excited. Okay. We're going back to 2000 to talk about the film Where the Heart Is. Based on the 1995 best-selling novel of the same name by author Billy Letts, a pregnant 17-year-old rebuilds her life after being abandoned by her boyfriend at a Walmart in Sequoia, Oklahoma. For cast, we have Natalie Portman as Novalee Nation, Ashley Judd as Lexi Coop, Stockard Channing as Sister Husband, James Frayne as Forney Hull, Dylan Bruno as Willie Jack Pickens, Richard Andrew Jones as Mr. Sprock, the Keith David as Moses Whitecotton, and we also have appearances from Joan Cusack as Ruth Myers and Sally Field as Mama Lil. And this movie was released on April 28th, 2000.
Okay. All right. So it's time to be kind and rewind. Mia, this was your pick in our Mother May I Mother's Day themed month of films. We know what we did last year, and we'll kind of talk about that in a moment. But I'm gonna throw the ball. Actually, I'm gonna throw the ball in Ash's court first. This is obviously a press play for you as well as me. So, what
Mhm.
was your experience like with this movie, Where the Heart Is, that came out in 2000?
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, and I meant to ask Mia where it was streaming, but I forgot. So I ended up finding it on YouTube. So I just
I was
watched
about to
it on
say it's a
YouTube.
few of them on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube, and it has some layers to it for sure. Didn't know what to expect. So with the press play, that's the fun part about it. Like you just kind of you don't know what to expect. And it's crazy because the beginning of the movie reminds me of the Roof Man movie. I don't know if y'all seen that. That came out last year with Channing Tatum. It's based on a true story. Roof Man, he was in a Toys R Us. He was living in a Toys R Us, and he was actually robbing 40. He was robbing McDonald's by cutting a hole in the roof and dropping in. So that's kind of crazy how that all
Mm.
ties. But as soon as I saw the beginning, I'm like, dang, this remind me of the Roof Man, and that was a true story. Um, and he started robbing around 98, 2000. So it's just crazy how all that is.
Oh man. Maybe they was
But
inspired by that. Maybe.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it. It was pissing me off, of course, some things, but every movie has something in there that pisses us off.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I liked it. It was a good movie.
Okay. Mia B.
Yes.
So, what was your experience like back then? What did it mean to you, your family, and what was it like this time watching?
So this is a movie that me and Mama C used to watch all the time. I think it used to come on a lot on Lifetime.
Mm.
So it would be one of those movies that we would like curl up on the couch on opposite ends of the couch with the blanket on like a Sunday afternoon and watch together. Um, we watched it a lot. I remember this movie being like a staple in my late, like early teens and like when I like around the time I was 10, 11. And I remember as a kid loving this movie, but there were a lot of things that I realized later on. that I misinterpreted or just didn't understand. So watching it now, because I hadn't watched it in a really long time. Like I've seen it a million times. I could probably quote it like the back of my hand. But watching it now as an adult, there were a lot of things that made a lot more sense to me and that I was a little bit more sensitive about. Um, and I still love it. It's still just like this movie is one of those movies for me that really is the definition of nostalgia. It's a deep cut. It's not like it wasn't a huge blockbuster movie, but it was something that was like in my childhood that when I see it, it brings back those memories of nostalgia.
Mm. This is a press play for me as well. I've never seen this movie, and my first initial thoughts was, "Man, this is so much better than Riding in Cars with Boys.
Wow.
This is
I can.
Wow.
so much better than that." Like
It was a
because
lot better.
yeah, it was
I
way.
went crazy.
Like that movie, oh my god! Like, but we spoke on it when we did the movie. But that was my first thought thinking. I'm like, oh, this is, and it made me think. I said, okay, Mia's starting to understand. She's understanding her co. I feel like maybe you didn't think this way, but I was like, maybe she understands her co-host a little bit more as far as like if you want us to like it, or you just want to throw a movie out there just because, like, yo, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was your thinking, but I when I watched, I said, I wonder if Mia was thought at one point they this will probably make for interesting content. They may be more into this, or not, but that's what I was thinking. I'm not saying that's what you were thinking, but
Not really. I was more when I pick a movie that I know you guys haven't seen, I've like it's never in my mind whether or not I think you'll like it. I'm just always interested to see what your thoughts will be on a movie that I grew up with that y'all didn't necessarily grow up with.
mm, okay. With that being said, I thought this movie was good as well. Similar to Ash, because the movie stayed in, you know, the directors and the writers, I feel like they just understood what this was. And there's an interesting thing because there's a television series too that's like where the heart is as well. So I was trying to kind of get some information on it. I couldn't really find a lot without having to like watch the show, and I didn't really feel like watching the show. But it's an interesting thing. But watching it on this watch, a 2 hour movie, it made me think I could totally see this being a series. And it kind of I feel like, because this came before, but it kind of reminded me of Heart of Dixie. I don't know if a lot of people have watched that, but Heart of Dixie is kind of this kind of small town vibe. A lot of funny, quirky, but it can get dark in moments. But this movie, I was a little bit more of that. And also, I just was thinking like, yo, this movie, low key, could have been a horror film. Oh man. So Mia was talking about Baby Boy being a horror film. Like this movie could have been a horror film. Because there were some moments in this, like, and yeah. So I don't have much as far as overall discussion. Only thing I wanted to bring up, and y'all, if y'all watching on YouTube, y'all can see my background is like, do y'all remember the old Walmart? Is it still clear in your memory?
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about it specifically? Like in your memory?
Oh man. Um, I do remember the McDonald's,
Of course.
the Walmart being, and it was always better
Mm-hmm.
for some just because it was in Walmart. Like
Yeah.
it because what something I remember really well about it is like if I were like staying over my cousin's house and my aunt and uncle, like if we go to church on Sunday, if we don't go out to eat after, if we like go to the store, like trying to convince them to get us McDonald's
Oh
before
man.
um it's so hard to think about like the differences in
That's okay. You could pull up some stuff. You
the
could definitely.
old school Walmart versus the Walmart of
Hmm.
Yeah. Ash, you got anything, or you looking up something? Because I do.
For me, mostly just the McDonald's and the Ronald McDonald sitting on his
Yep.
lap.
The bench. Yep.
Uh, yeah, the bench, that was a big thing, and the food just seemed fresh. Like, I think there was so many people coming in and out of Walmart. Like the cheeseburger joint, it just, I remember it tasting fresh. Like there
Hmm.
was a little more pride, back then. Um, when I was a kid, so who knows? Maybe I'm just, happy to get McDonald's. But if I felt like the taste buds are
The
remembering a
taste
fresh,
buds. So
remembering a fresh cheeseburger. Okay, melted cheese.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mickey D's obviously is the huge thing. I remember kind of like a food, like in this movie they even show it like this food court area. Well, I was like, yo, they had a whole food court where it's like this is a grocery store, but it's kind of a mall in itself. But what I remember is the rollback. So y'all remember the rollback with the
And the
yellow smiley face
yellow.
sticker? Yeah, the commercials with
Mm,
that and the smiley face sticker. I remember going through and seeing that, and even like in this movie where you see the big giant blue box for Walmart and then the text. It was. If y'all are younger that are not like, if you were born like maybe 2000 or later, like I don't understand like the world we grew up in was such a colorful world. So that's why I'm harping and emphasizing on it. We grew up in a colorful world. McDonald's was colorful. Burger King, Walmart, Target, all these places, Meyer, these places were colorful. It built our imagination, and we didn't have like AI to orchestrate what we remember. We actually seen it. So that's why I'm emphasizing it. Walmart was a big deal to us. Ash knows we would clean our grandma's house, find coins in the couch, anything, whatever we collect is ours, and we find it, we put it in a Ziploc. And at some point, when somebody got to go to Walmart, we got 50 cents or $1 or $2, and we gonna see how
mhm.
far we can stretch it. Let's get this flavored water. Let's get this
Flavored water.
Chico stick. Let's get this. Let's get these quarter bag of chips.
Right.
Four for $1.
Hmm.
They don't know nothing about that. But anyway, I don't let me get stock, locked in there. So, but yeah. So let's unless anybody got any more overall discussion. I looked at some trivia stuff. Nothing was like ultra notable that I felt it needed to be mentioned, but I did look and I seen some things, but I don't know if it was interesting enough for our demographic, so to speak, to bring up on the episode. So I didn't bring it up, but I did see some things. So Mia, this is your pick. This is a movie that means something dearly to you, and I made a decision based on our last episodes before. Let's just be free, and
Yeah.
we ain't got to be in chronological order. We can just go anywhere, and we spend time on wherever we go. So, with this being your pick, this being meaningful to you, where do you want to go?
You know what? Even though, like, yes, wonderful. I still want to start at the beginning just
Okay,
because it
because
sets
of the
the
plot.
foundation of where we're going,
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
journey, like who these two characters that we follow are. Because Novalee is the main character,
Uh huh.
but we do travel along the journey with Willie Jack as well, which, I can't wait to hear your your opinions on him. I see it in Ash's face already. But we start off, and we know this is based on a book, so there are things that we have to just go along for the ride with because everything's not explained in great detail. Um, we just see them getting in a car, a raggedy broke down car with the floor missing, and she's pregnant. You could tell she's really young, and they're leaving home. Like wherever they're from, they're leaving and they're moving away to who knows where. I guess California is where they were supposed to be going. And she just looks so naive and so innocent. And you also learn a very important thing about her character is that is she hates the number five. Like she's averse to fives because anything that's bad that's ever happened in her life has had something to do with five. It's like a bad omen for her. So I really want to know, like, what was your initial thoughts, like in that first scene? Like, where did you think this was gonna go?
I do have a question with the five thing because that was introduced that early? I must have missed that part. What
Yeah, yeah.
what was it?
So they introduced it from her having stitches.
Oh,
She
okay.
had to have what 55 stitches? Was that what it was?
And her mom left when she was 5 years old.
Mom,
Oh, okay.
okay, she was five, and then when in initial when they were looking at the license plate, she said, "See, no five." So she was excited
Mm,
about the fact that there was no five on the license plate. But of
must have
course,
went right by me.
yeah, but that no, that thing stuck with me. Like I wish I would actually locked in every moment of five because when we get to the Walmart, when you know that did you catch on at that point when she get to buying the sandals and it was five
Yeah,
fifty
yeah,
five? Okay, so
yeah,
you picked up there. Okay,
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
go ahead. What else was you gonna say?
Oh, no, that's I wanted clarity on that. Were you about? You started laughing. Was you about to go into?
Oh, just is it Willie Jake Willie Joe? What is
Really?
it? Willie Jack.
Mm,
Just Willie Jack. Just like again, the thing is, this is the South, and I understand ain't much to do. So they getting it off. They screwing. They're doing the do. If y'all keep it nostalgic, uh, and she's a 17-year-old, but we're not gonna deal with that thing. But we talked about that a little bit at Why Do Fools Fall in Love. But like, just this man, just like she's sleeping and he just don't care. Like he's trying to wake her up because like, bro, nah, you ain't sleeping. He got a hole in the car. Bought the car for $80. Movie magic. Uh, and then it's just like she goes in and you just roll out and leave her there. Like I have so many things to say about this guy, but I'll preserve it to a point where we'll get into it. But I mean, I guess they're leaving. What's the state they're in? Because
I
they
think they're from Tennessee.
oh
I
Tennessee, okay.
from Tennessee.
So they go from Tennessee to Alabama,
No, they're driving through Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Their
Okay,
destination was supposed to be California,
right,
but they stop at the Walmart is in Oklahoma.
yeah. But and I think they laid the ground really well as far as like
the
just seeing,
dynamic.
yeah, just when that dynamic, like she's like, this is where the heart is, and he like, like you see him contemplating it of what it is, but he's not feeling it. Like he's so like over it to the point he takes a half-ass picture with the Polaroid. You know what I mean? When he pull up to the Walmart, he parks, but the wheel hits the bar. Like he just like, bro, get it over with. Like hurry up. Like yeah, like he's a douchebag.
Yeah, I agree. He already he's it's like she's a burden already. Like, yeah, they're supposed to be in a relationship or they just messing around and she got pregnant. But I'm like, why is he so annoyed with her out the gate? Like he's annoyed with her, like you said, he's not handling her with care. She's pregnant. It's almost like he's just somebody giving her a ride. It didn't even feel like there was
Mm.
any it was a disconnect there, obviously. And then when she does tell him, "Do you feel the heart?" He obviously lies about it. I just knew when she walked in that Walmart, like he gave her money, and he just, like you said, just hurry up, just pretty much get out of my presence. Like that's what he was giving. And so I was just like, me watching it as a viewer, I'm already knowing like he ain't finna be out here when she come out. Like I already knew,
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
it was devastating. But yeah, he's a jackass.
Willie Jackass.
There you go.
But yeah, so we pretty much they put him on tuck for a while, and we've spent majority of the movie with Novalee, and she pretty much, has to get in survival mode, which is really pivotal for her character coming from Tennessee. She's not really that knowledgeable. She can't really read well. She can't read people well, and but this is something that she figures out, and this is like a kind of a pivotal part in her character of getting in survival mode. And I do feel like a lot of us like have these abilities, especially us that look like us, that if you get thrown in like this, thrown into a situation, I feel like you're going to be creative in how you do it. So Novalee was really creative in the sense she was staying in the Walmart and sleeping there and getting alarm clocks and putting everything back and taking notes or how much she owes Walmart and wanting to pay it back. And Novalee, she gives this honest uh, figure in the movie, but we're introduced to it's not really her real mother, but she's a mother figure. What do you know her name, Mia?
Sister.
Huh? Sister? Okay. You want to get
Sisterhood.
sister, that's right. You want
I'm
to
like,
right. You want to get into that, Mia?
Sure. So Stalker Channing, who I love her as an actress. She played in one of my favorite musicals of all time, Grease. Um, but I think the thing about Novalee, what we don't see, but we gather from context clues because of course it's already 2 hours, so they couldn't put everything in the book. She grew up like in foster care. And so she has a bit of a survival instinct already. She didn't have to make too much of like it didn't take her too much time to decide, you know what, I'm going to stay in this Walmart. And I'm going to just stay here until I figure it out and then I'm going to pay them all back later.
They
And
should have gave us that though. I see you saying that they should have gave us that.
they should have, like, there are a lot of things that I wish we had more context
You
in.
you, you read the novel?
No, I just
Oh,
breezed over
okay, okay,
the synopsis of the actual book,
okay.
but
Fair enough.
at a lot more things in the book that they didn't cover. But so Sister is kind of like this is a very, very small town, Sequoia, Oklahoma. And she's kind of like the welcome wagon lady. But she mistakes Novalee for somebody else at first.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just comes up to her, starts talking and calling her, I think Ruth Ann is what
Mm-hmm.
she thought her name was. And
mhm.
she just starts talking to her. Like, oh, you came back home. She gives her a tree, and you see like this lady just has a really kind heart. And which we see later in the movie, she turns out to be one like the biggest blessing in Novalee's life because her real mother is a terrible, horrible person.
But her real mother is a foster mother. Is that what we're supposed to
No, that was
understand?
her real
That was
mother
her
came
birth mother.
to the hospital after she had the baby.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, but she took her money and then left again.
Mm.
That part there, man. And again, like Novalee is so young, and I'm like, my heart is already like ripping. So early, I'm like, your dude just left you with his baby, didn't care nothing about that. And then like you see her, you give birth, you see her mother out of nowhere. You like, you're wondering why she's here, but you're still open to a relationship with her. You know what I mean? Obviously, she chose a dude over her because she mentioned that, and she still was open to the possibility. Just so green. And she's like, I got 500, and then she's like, with our money together, we should get a real nice place. I'm like, oh, I'm looking at my husband. I'm like, babe,
You
he
know
over
it.
here, he's stressed out too. He like,
He know it.
should come back. I'm gonna be back 9 in the morning. I'm like, dude,
And you
You
can see she's not coming back. Like,
absolutely.
looking at that money, like,
And
ooh.
it's like you came back because you saw her on TV.
right.
Like,
Exactly.
with the Walmart, once they found out the Walmart mommy and the Walmart baby, like, you think there's some coins in there.
Nova,
Man,
no, the later Novalee would have never let this happen.
No.
Like, cause we
no.
see how she did with Willie Jake, Willie John, Willie
Jack.
what, Willie whatever. You know what I mean? We see how she did with him later. You know what I mean? And see how she deals with Forney, which so this wouldn't happen later. But she's and part you want to be upset and you want to be heated, but it's like she's 17.
Right.
None of us, we thought we knew something. We didn't know a damn thing. We always thought we knew more, but we don't know a damn thing. And that's how that happens. And it felt realistic because I can't speak for everybody, but like when you've been in those parental situations where like maybe your parents are not together and maybe you have high hopes on mending or building a relationship, and a parent makes a promise or they give you their word they're going to do something, and you believe them because it came off so genuine, and then it doesn't happen. It's heartbreaking
Mm-hmm.
because even when what's her name, Mia?
Which one?
Mother.
Sister?
Like,
Sister. Well, even when sister pops up, what I mean, like sister does the dope thing of kind of like flipping the narrative as if like,
mm-hmm.
hey, I need you,
Mm-hmm.
so that I don't make you feel like a basket case, which was wonderful. And sister's really one of the MVPs, if not the MVP of the movie,
Sure.
because of that. But I mean, obviously, all this has happened. This is after, she goes to the library. She don't know how to read like that. Forney kind of helps her a little bit. He ends up also delivering the baby, following her. So I just want to lay that all out. The love interest is established there, but you can't see it there. So I just want to put that there as we traveling through the movie. So she ends up living with she
Sister.
she lives with sister and
Mr. Sprock.
Mr. Sprock. And
Mr. Sprock, right?
there's this reoccurring theme
Yeah.
of forgiveness for the fornication.
Fornication. And that's why I want to touch on that. Like, I like that aspect. The people that are helping Novalee are not perfect. Like,
Yeah,
they got their own issues and they're making mistakes and they're still willing to help her. There's no judgment there. And I'm like, I like the concept that they took with that. Because normally it's the people that's together the most that's trying to help, but it's like the opposite. These are people that are constantly struggling. And sister mentioned that they were alcoholics at some point too. And then Forney, he, this awkward, like, dude, he running around taking care of his sister who's obviously struggling with alcoholism. So he
And it,
has a struggle too. It's a weight on him, and it's like they're still trying to help Novalee. So like, it was dope.
yeah,
and to your point, like her best friend who she ends up meeting, who was
Yes.
actually the nurse when
Mhm.
she gave birth to her daughter, Lexi. Lexi is a hot mess. She popping babies out left and right. Every time she meet a man, it's a new
Lex,
baby.
hey,
Like
Lexi had to chill.
Lexi
Yeah,
was spreading it and laying
Lexi,
it low and spreading it wide. She was out here, but she
Lexi was fertile. Okay.
fertile. Okay, she had a new baby every scene that she was in.
Yeah, I was like, chill.
But she was a really, really good friend to nobody, just like sister,
Mhm.
recovering alcoholic.
Mhm.
Her and Mr. Sprock having their fornications right on that kitchen table and praying for forgiveness every day. And, it was just really the most endearing thing about the movie is these people
Mhm.
are just so human. They're not
yeah,
perfect. They're just people, like really lower class people. They lived in a trailer with sister. She invited that girl and her baby to live with her in a trailer.
Mhm.
Uh, she didn't have too much, but she had enough. And it's the 90s, so a little goes a lot further than it does, today. But um I think the found family aspect is the most important thing, that we have.
yeah. And that's the interesting thing in this movie, because I mean, obviously, this movie is about like, you know, not only like establishing but carving out your identity.
Yeah.
I know the theme of where the heart is obviously connected to the baby's heartbeat and the early scene of her and Willie whatever, but uh you really get the theme a little bit more when she's in, where she's at in this location. It's like, this is where I'm from. You know what I mean? This is what I identify with. And just to kind of go back just for a quick second, the movie establishes that this movie is not just a comedy film or it's not just a rom-com, because when she's in the Walmart and her water breaks, she's going through it and she's still not even realizing like the severity, because she's getting paper towels to wipe up her water that just came out, you know. And then of course she does it. Then she's in aisle 5 and she doesn't want to give birth in aisle 5, you know. So that's a reoccurring. Obviously, we're going to keep talking about that reoccurring thing with 5. I think in the book it was 7, but you know, in this movie they chose 5, and I thought it was really good. But this, when this happened, it kind of set the tone. Well, it was this, but there was another moment I'll speak to when we get there. But it was this moment I was like, okay, this movie ain't. It was taking me one way, and then this moment was like, oh, okay, this could potentially go somewhere else. This could be a all the way well rounded movie. And when we get to some later parts, I'm like, I did not see none of these things happening, and it made me appreciate the approach, you know, and it make you interested in the book, you know. So I just wanted to lay that part out because Forney delivers helps her deliver the baby, but she doesn't know this yet. Of course, this is all before we talked about the mother thing. So I just wanted to get that out before we kind of keep moving. But we're introduced to her friend
Lexi.
Lexi. Okay, how do y'all? I got it in the later section, but I'm just gonna introduce it here. How do y'all feel about Ashley Judd playing this character?
I love Ashley Judd. Like I love Ashley Judd as this character, but I'm a huge fan of Ashley Judd anyway.
Okay.
Which, you know, she hasn't done a whole lot recently, but there
Yeah.
was a moment in time where I feel like Ashley Judd just had a moment.
Oh, she did.
Movies that I really loved, like, um, and so I was always a huge fan of her, especially around that age. Um, when I was first really getting into film, she was one of those people who just came in about in a lot of the movies that I really loved. Double Double Jeopardy being like
That was
probably
yeah. That was yeah.
one. But I love her as Lexi. Do you think you see somebody else in that role?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bonnie Hunt.
Let me see. Oh, that's not.
you
Bonnie
know who
Hunt
I was
from
confusing Ashley
from Jumanji. If y'all don't remember, and this ain't no research. This is just literally coming off the cuff. But I think the reason I say this, and it was in my later section, but
I like her.
I like Ashley Judd. Like, let me be clear. I just think she's just too beautiful for this role. Honestly,
Works.
nah, it doesn't to me though, because I can't see a woman this shallow. I don't care. It just don't register for me. Like, it's like I can't see you getting to this level again. I know you got 3 kids and 4 kids and 5 kids. I get it, but when she ends up settling with, I'm sorry, it doesn't track for me. I don't care what the stakes are. And then the accent was a little fickle. It wasn't really like she's born and raised here in
But you know,
Sequoia.
Judd comes from a country music family. Like her whole family sings country music. Her
Well,
mother
she should have done some method acting, because that accent was fickle in the mug in this movie, bro. Like,
I
that's
mean,
her
I didn't.
real voice though.
huh?
That's her real accent.
Yeah, but it would. But I'm saying, it's like you look at what Natalie Portman did. Like, she all the way immersed in it, and Ashley Judd was
Also
in and out.
you have to remember Novalee is from Tennessee, uh, and Lexi is from Oklahoma. So it's a different country accent that they had.
But I'm saying,
I think also looking at who Lexi settled